Hey ladies, so if you're not having much luck with your dating life, I can reassure you it's to do with trauma. Oftentimes, the kind of people that we attract into our lives, it reflects to us where we're at. Everything is energy. So if there is some unresolved trauma, if you still have fears around love, around dating, around relationships, it's gonna show up in your reality. The universe is going to reflect to you what these wounds are. It's going to reflect to you what you haven't integrated, what you haven't looked at, what you're not mean to yourself. So if you find yourself attracting the same sort of men, maybe you're attracting unavailable men over and over again. I'm going to focus on attracting, if you're attracting unavailable men, what is an unavailable man? An unavailable man is someone who is not ready to prioritize you first. They're not ready to prioritize a relationship first. They're not in a place where they are ready to give and be generous and put another woman first. They're in a place where they need to put themselves first, or maybe that's their mentality is that they are the most important person in the world. Maybe they are still in a place of selfishness in their life. This is a huge red flag. You want to be with a man who wants to put you first, who's ready to serve you, because he knows that if he serves you well, you're going to make a really good wife. You're going to have, or you'll make a really good partner. I mean, a good man wants to serve his woman. He wants to make her life easier, but in return, she needs to give him love. She needs to respect him. She needs to submit to him. And that is a polarized relationship. Now, in the instance of attracting an unavailable man again and again and again, you got to question, did you have an unavailable father? Was your father often absent from your life? Maybe he was working too much, or maybe he didn't have the ability to connect with you on an emotional level. What often happens with this is it creates a belief system in our mind. Our early childhood experiences shape the belief systems we have as an adult. This is why I offer inner child healing work, because I believe that the root of so many relationship issues, it lies in your childhood, because that's where it all started. Your belief systems, the way you see the world, the way you see your own self-worth, your self-esteem, your expectations around relationships, it gets formed from your childhood. It's your earliest experiences in life. It's also the most impressionable experiences, because you're learning at that. When you're a child, you're learning, you're taking things in. So you're going to question, was your father unavailable? And another thing with unavailable men is they only have so much to give. So they're more likely going to attract a woman who's okay with the amount that they have to give. Now, as a child, if you didn't receive much from your father, maybe all you received was your basic needs being met, having a safe home to live in, having food. But did they play with you? Did they make time to give you their full devotional presence? Did they make sure that you felt that you were reminded that you are beautiful and you are enough and you're smart and you're worthy and you're capable? Did they ever give you those kind of words? And if you didn't get those kind of words, it's natural for you to attract a man who also isn't really going to give you much of those words, or he's not going to give you much of his time. And it's no one's fault here, because most likely when they were young, they didn't get much of the attention from their father either, and their father was also unavailable, and they role modeled that behavior to them, and that's why they continue to play it out. And a man will continue to play out his childhood conditioning until he does the inner work, until he realizes, wow, actually, I feel like I could be experiencing so much more in my life, in my love life. I feel like I can be attracting a woman who inspires me, or whatnot. So when you're dating, it is so important that you work on your self-worth, because if you have low self-worth and a good man comes into your life and he's giving to you and he wants to cherish you, but you're not used to it, first of all, your nervous system is not going to register it as safe, because you're not used to it. And if you're not used to it, it's not very familiar, you may not trust it. It's going to take you a longer time to trust it. Or you may push it away. Or you might even choose to stay in your masculine and choose to offer to pay for things, or reject the help that they want to give you because you feel like you need to be a strong, independent woman. Or you might be an avoidant, and you might choose to push the help away because you don't want to lose your autonomy. You don't want to lose your independence. All these behaviors are signs of a woman who's also somewhat unavailable because she doesn't trust and she has winding around the masculine. So if you're in a cycle of attracting unavailable men, and feeling like you're not able to fully receive, if you feel like you're still in your masculine and you're working really hard to prove yourself, to do it all on your own, if you're working really hard, and you're rejecting the help and you're not able to receive, that's often a sign that you don't know what your feminine self-worth is. So in your feminine self-worth, you're able to fully receive. In your feminine self-worth, you know that your vulnerability is precious. It's a gift. So you'll choose to stay in your heart when you're dating, and you'll choose to communicate from a place of vulnerability, and you'll choose to be truthful, and you'll be open to being supported. You'll be open to being witnessed and seen. You don't have to hide. You don't have to hide behind your business. You don't have to hide behind, apologies, it just cut out before. So woman, you don't have to hide behind your masculine anymore. If you want to attract a good man, you need to be willing to be vulnerable. You need to be willing to allow yourself to be supported, allow yourself to be seen and heard, allow yourself to sorry, it did cut out there. So woman, if you are attracting an unavailable man, or a man who you feel they're not able to provide for you, they're not able to give you the time and energy that you deserve, they're not ready to actually get married one day and settle down. If you're attracting this unavailable man, I just highly encourage you to look into where these beliefs are coming from. What beliefs are you holding in your life that could be protecting you from being fully vulnerable, from really allowing someone in? Maybe you're attached to your autonomy. Maybe you're attached to your independence because deep down you don't trust that anyone can really take care of you, or you're scared that you're going to lose yourself. You're scared of losing yourself. You're scared of losing everything that you've worked for if the wrong man, if you think that relationships are a distraction. Maybe you don't see the true value in having a healthy relationship. Whatever it is, you'll know it in your heart. You'll sense that there's something you're not looking at. There's something deeper within you that needs to be resolved, that needs to be healed. And if you're needing that support, booking a one-on-one call with me, and we can dive into your history. You'll get to understand why you're not attracting the right man into your life. It could be a boundary thing, it could be a childhood thing, it could be a self-worth thing, a belief thing, an energetic or spiritual thing. And I can guarantee you that after this call, you'll have a much clearer understanding of why things have been going the way they're going, and you'll walk away with a sense of hope and clarity around what the next steps are for you to take, so that you can start healing and start shifting your energy and start attracting the kind of man that you deserve. I hope this video was helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow me on Facebook if you want more content. All the best.